Okay, I'm live. So last time I actually accidentally had the chat on. I saw it, but it really wasn't. I wasn't seeing anything. So this video is gonna be: Do I take drugs? And what's the answer to do I take drugs? Do my eyes look red? Okay. So the answer to your question is um, if you pay me to take a drug test, then I will take a drug test right now, um, anywhere, any place, so that I can get paid. If you don't believe that I do not take drugs, I'm drug free, and I will pass any test. And I welcome anyone who wants to put their money on that, because I'll make a lot of money. If people think that I don't tell the truth about it. Now the thing is, my eyes, when I had took some medication a while back, um, it kind of made my eyes a little bit red, so it would look like, but and ever since I took that medication, when I eat too much sugar or usually sugar, my eyes get a little bit red, so it looks like I'm a little bit, but I'm not. And I think it's kind of interesting because I could probably make a lot of money off of people believing that I'm high and I'm not. Also, sometimes people just think that I'm high because the way that I talk. And sometimes I just get on certain levels and people think that I'm high, but I'm not. And I just think that it would be interesting to see if I can make money off of people believing that I'm high and me taking a drug test on the spot, anywhere, any place, and peeing in a cup and it coming back saying you're drug free. Yeah, I would love to make money doing that. So, yeah, no, I'm 100% drug free. And matter of fact, the funny thing is, with all these jobs, people aren't even drug testing anymore, which is just a good time. People aren't drug testing anymore, and you know, half the people that go to work look like they're high. But like I said, I will pass a drug test anytime, any place, anywhere, and you can put your money on that. And if you want to bet, which I'm not really into bets, but I usually win bets, and I only really do bets that I know that I'm going to win. Um, you can bet me, bet me, make me some money, make me rich right now, because I'm passing the test. I'm passing the test, and you can make sure the bathroom's clear, make sure nothing's there, make sure there's nobody else there. Have whatever, and let me pee in my little cup, and the lab test be instant because they got tests right now. Actually, I got one right now. Actually, I have a little kit right now because I think that people be trying to poison me. So I have a little kit that tests for drugs, and marijuana is one of the things that it tests for. If I had to pee, I could literally show you the test. Go take a piss right now and wait a couple of seconds, and it'll show that I don't have any marijuana in my system. So, yeah. Well, I don't have any drugs in my system, not that I know of. And I've been trying to find like kits that will randomly test to see really if people are trying to poison me. And I understand people say that weed is an herb and whatnot like that. At the same time, nowadays, weed is not weed that you think it is anymore because a lot of people, I've done videos on this, are promoting weed without seeds in it. And to me, that's a genuine way to tell that weed is the seeds that it has, male or female. I don't give a damn. I think it's a damn Aphrodite or whatever you call that shit. Hermaphrodite. I don't know. I think the female and the male both got that bitch androgynous. The female and the male got seeds for all I know. Just like an apple. a pear, a plum, just like fruit. Man, that shit must be the fruit. Anyway, so but yeah, now people putting all type of shit in weed. If you read the documentaries, they're adding stuff. It stinks. You can literally smell it on the street. Now they have the nasty smell of weed out here. It don't smell like a skunk. That shit smell really loud. And it's just loud shit and it stinks. It smells like they put ammonia in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not out here smoking no damn weed. Y'all got ammonia in the weed. What the fuck would I smoke that shit for? I'm not smoking no damn weed that smells like fucking ammonia. And I probably wouldn't smoke if unless I was in a state that did smoke, and I would be looking for, something particular if I was, which y'all people don't have, because y'all want something else, man. They trying to corrupt people with some dirty weed. I don't smoke weed. I'm not gonna go to the hospital for y'all niggas. The shit y'all putting out here, man, that shit, fuck the dispensary. My thing is, what the fuck they need a dispensary for when the shit grow out of the motherfucking ground? And in Jamaica and shit, the real shit with seeds. I already said this. The Jamaicans said that Americans nowadays got that wicked ass weed because it ain't got no seeds in it. It smells like ammonia is in it. And have you ever smelled that shit? You be driving over here in Texas, somebody came around here, nigga, whole truck passed by me, and that whole shit had a wave of motherfucking dirty weed and ammonia smell, man. I ain't gonna drip the fuck I look like, bitch. I'm already paranoid of people poisoning me. Now that was a part of the goal. What the fuck you think these presidents was talking about weed for? Kamala don't smoke no weed. That I almost cussed that. I almost called her name. She can't even tell you when that Snoop Dogg tape was made. That girl don't smoke no damn weed. They have a pinky in the brain empire they're trying to do right now where they give you niggas some badass weed to take. Oh, I ain't even gonna go there. To give you niggas some badass weed so they can build them hospitals for your ass because now everybody want to get in the medical field. Everybody want to be a part of the pharmacy field, the medicine field now that all that shit's going down around here in the motherfucking world. Why? Because your black ass smoke weed, motherfucker. And they want to make sure they put some, man, let me tell you, they want to make sure they can get that goddamn money when your ass goes to that goddamn emergency room talking about a goddamn respiratory goddamn motherfucking problem, motherfucker. Hell no, I ain't smoking no goddamn weed, bitch. No goddamn ammonia ass weed. Did you smell that shit when you was driving your car and that motherfucker passed by? Bitch, that wasn't weed, motherfucker. That was ammonia. They sprayed that shit on the weed. The weed ain't even got seeds no more. Man, I knew something was up when these niggas started talking about, man, that's for punks. That shit with weed, that shit with seeds in it, man, that's for punks. Man, that shit comes straight from God. Now it's for punks. The fuck you mean? When I heard now Kamala and then her dad came on there talking about you're such a dishonor. That nigga from Jamaica, but weed is a dishonor. The weed with seeds in it, cause you know that shit come from Jamaica with seeds in it. That's all the smoke mine. Talking about that shit. That shit is how you're a disgrace to our family. You know why she's a disgrace to her fucking family? Because the motherfucker she's from India. She from India. She from India, man. She from India. And people from India do not smoke weed. India, you tell me when you seen an Indian, not the Indian, no, not that Indian, the other Indian. When you seen that type of Indian, the Middle East, well, I don't even think that's the Middle East. Yeah, you don't, my history, okay. When you seen one of them smoking weed, she got me laughing. They don't smoke no weed. They smoke like, no offense, but I think I read a documentary. It's like Paca or something like that. Some shit that smells so goddamn horrible, nigga. That shit'll take you out just smelling that shit. That shit'll give you a headache, make you actually lose 10 pounds, motherfucker. When you see an Indian, not with a feather Indian, the other Indian. When you see one of them Indian smoking weed. Have you ever stood outside a corner store and seen an Indian, not the chief Indian, the other Indian smoking weed? When you ever smelt in their stores, because they be having all type of smells. I had to tell them something about it one time. When you ever smell the smell of weed in one of their stores? Huh? When? They be bringing everything over here, but I guarantee you weed with seeds ain't one of them. You ain't never smell no uh Middle Eastern or a person from India smoking no rasta, smoking no weed with some seed. No, 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 no. They gonna tell you they smoke something talking about my dad's from Jamaica and shit. And my mom's from India, but my dad's from Jamaica. Big, 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 big what? Who? I ain't seen too many Indian people from India with no black person from Jamaica either. Not trying to be rude, but me never seen that. The culture's very different. No, me never seen it. And then the dad say, no weed. You're disgraceful. No, 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 no. You're not gonna play this black girl here. Ain't no way. If a person from India trying to give you weed, or a person from the Middle East trying to give you weed, your ass better run. Because the only thing they could possibly say to make you feel better is, I got a medical degree. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry. This is the humor side of me. But ain't no damn way. You know why they see? I'm not trying to be racist or funny, but they probably came over here just to help you when you smoke that shit. They got ammonia in it. That somebody then brought over here. Texas. All these players ain't had no shit. What you need a what that shit called? A dispensary for? What you need a dispensary for when the shit dispenses out of the ground? All a nigga gotta do is get them seeds from the weed, throw that shit on the motherfucking ground, that bitch gonna grow like a mother. Don't nobody need that. Don't nobody need no dispensary weed. What you doing with that shit? Cross breeding and shit? Man, hell no. Smoking on some shit called grapefruit and motherfucking applesauce? No, hell no, I don't want that shit. Called grapefruit and applesauce, and it come from Monsanto. That shit ain't got no seeds. You throw them seeds in the grass and it destroy the whole goddamn land. Nigga, hell the fuck no, goddamn. Hell no, I ain't smoking no goddamn weed from where? Who got good weed? Ain't no good weed no more. Ain't nobody got no good weed. Man, good weed been what they call that shit? Extinct. Good weed been extinct for about what year we in right now? Good weed been extinct since about 2019, probably 2000. Yeah, good weed been gone, man. Then people came in and brought some new shit. Mixed that weed up with some horse manure and ammonia, whatever the fuck that shit is. Had bitches talking about, I need to go to the hospital and shit. Bitch, I ain't smoking that shit. Talking about, doctor talking about what you smoke. What you gonna say? I don't know, some shit that didn't have no seeds in it. Oh, goddamn, bitch. Yeah, we gonna have to run one of them tests where we gotta try to find shit that on our regular test because that's some hidden ass shit. Nah, they got documentaries on it. You ain't seen it? Them niggas came from the foreign land with masks on, motherfucker, and gloves. They need gloves to touch this weed, nigga. And they muzzled their mouth and they came in like the mob telling you, man, this ain't the real weed. We and they said y'all niggas like it. Y'all niggas like it. Nah, niggas like the regular shit. That's what the niggas motherfucking like. You want me to tell you what that shit do to you that they got now with that ammonia smell? It's like the chemtrails. They had niggas fighting. That's why niggas be smoking that shit on the corner and shit, and they just be, bitch, bitch, what the fuck? Got everybody fighting. Got their kids fighting niggas. They throwing bricks at cars and shit. Everybody want to fight because that ain't the real shit. You bring some weed to niggas with seeds in it, and then you bring that shit that niggas said is the real. Okay, they say the punk weed ain't got seeds in it. The strong man shit ain't got no seeds in it. You bring that shit to the hood, man. Everybody gonna fucking smoke that shit with the seeds in it like that. The shit that ain't got motherfucking seeds in it, motherfuckers gonna smoke it when the other shit run out, but they ain't really gonna be trying to buy that shit. That's how they try to get niggas. I ain't smoking that shit. I'm not smoking that shit. I don't know what the fuck they put in that shit, but it ain't real no more. And hey man, let me tell you something. I didn't know that Middle Eastern and people from India sell drugs. I didn't know that. I really had this like, yeah, we gonna talk about it. Y'all want to run out the room now? I know who he is. Now anyway, we gonna talk about it. I didn't know that Middle Eastern people. I'm not really sure which one it is, or people from India. Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know for sure, but they look like that. And I didn't know they sold drugs. One time, I went to a car mechanic place downtown Houston. Man, when I tell you I seen this person who looked like he was from that race selling drugs, the white people was buying it. I was shocked. I mean, then I started reading documentaries about the drug issues that they have where they at. I did not know that they had bad drug issues there. I'm talking about kids. Also, it's very sad. And then them drugs don't even seem like they good at all. But it's very sad. And I ain't trying to start no drug wars. I'm just saying, like, damn. I don't even think it's in their culture to smoke weed. I never seen one. I've been trying to catch one. I've been trying to catch one smoking weed. I've been trying to smell it. I've been trying to find them. Like, I just want to see. Man, I ain't found one, man. If any of y'all have seen anybody from the Middle East or from India smoking weed for real and you smelt that it was nothing but pure weed, like the real shit, please tell me, because I ain't never seen it. I never seen it. But weed seeds from the dispensary is soft. Man, they ain't got no goddamn seeds in it. How the hell is the seed soft? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm typing right now. Let me see. Oh, on here, I'm trying to like leave my message or whatever, and it's not letting me. Like, why isn't it letting me? Like, I typed it, and then I pressed enter, and it's not letting me. I don't understand what that is. It's not showing me that it's on the screen or anything either. So that's weird. But anyway, I wrote. I don't know if y'all can see that because it's supposed to show up. I'm not seeing it. What the hell is this? I wrote, "How the hell is a seed soft? I don't know. And I don't smoke, but I have been smelling nasty weed smell and ammonia smell on the streets when driving. Makes me feel sick, two thumbs down. I can pass a drug test. I'm collecting money for non believers." So, yeah. And you know what the funny part is? Like I was saying, like, it seemed like when a lot of people weren't doing drugs, they were doing drug tests. But then when a lot of people started smoking drugs, which had to be the time period where most of the bad drugs were coming in, they stopped doing drug tests. It's insane. I'm really shocked. Like I think I would have a supervisory position right now if they started doing drug tests. Like I would knock these people out of the park by a long shot. I would go right to the top with that drug test because I would be winning. So hopefully you're not trying to set me up, whoever you are, to try to get me to answer like, oh, she smoked drugs before or something. How does she know this and how does she know that? Who the hell don't know something about weed though? And try to use that against me like, oh, that's why she's crazy. That's why she's psychotic. Yeah, no, no, I'm good. And you know what? I might even start doing that. I might start doing little drug test things on here just so y'all can see that yeah, I'm drug free. If y'all really want to go there. But yeah, it's real interesting. Yeah, I'm drug free, so you can't really mess with me with that. And I don't trust no dispensary weed or nothing like that because I'm just like, what's the point of that? It's like it just don't make sense. I don't know. It just don't make sense. It's fake. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like the sounds of it. And then like they be trying to, not let the Jamaicans make it. Like they don't be wanting the Jamaicans to like bring that shit over here and make money and stuff, and it costs so much. But then which is the real authentic shit. But then they want to like go over there and put fake shit in their land and like try to build some hybrid shit where their real weed is. Like it's just crazy as fuck. Like people be going too far, and then like now they want to do the dispensary, whatever the hell shit, and like it's just not adding up. It's something real fake, and I feel like it's actually a target against black people because I know a lot of people know that like black people use weed to calm down and it helps them, and it also has like probably really good medicinal things to it. So I think that that's just a part of the plan to like destroy black people. And also, I know that some white people be smoking that shit too. It's like really a black and white people type drug. I don't really see anybody else smoking it. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even really see. I know some Hispanic people smoke it, but not as much as I believe black and white people do. I feel like that's kind of interesting too. Like I know, like I said, black and white people that smoke it, and I don't see that many Hispanic people smoking it. I personally have never seen a Hispanic person smoking it, and I've never seen any other race smoke it. That's interesting. And I don't know, maybe it's something against the black and white people that smoke weed. I don't know. Everybody else, I don't really see them smoking that shit too much. So that's kind of interesting. Another thing that reminds me of is there's a thing that black people really consume and it really helps them, which if it helps, it probably helps all races. But now they're trying to make food that does not have that in it. Like it's some weird ass shit. Like things that help. Like say that there's a nutrients that black people intake to help them thrive, and like somebody or people in the industry are like, oh, let's extract that and take that out so that black people don't have that nutrients. Like some shit like that. Like some people is on that shit too. So like there's still race wars. They're just quiet wars and real covert type secretive race wars and shit. Yeah, there's something going on with that shit. They're even trying to change something with the food. It's something weird. It's something weird about that shit. Um yeah, but I can take a drug test in front of you. I don't fuck with that shit because I see the corruption that they've tried to start doing with it. Like anything that heals people, they take away from people, even with products. That's why I'm not really into sharing a lot of products that I use and things that I do because I noticed like even with my hair when I was growing my hair, when I'm still growing my hair, people would like change the products or the products would go missing. There wouldn't be any more of it or some shit like that. So it's like it almost makes you feel like as a black person or I don't know what to say, a person like they target certain people by removing products, removing certain things out of products, changing shit like somebody just like a real race hater. Like they don't want to see certain people really thriving and doing good and if they can, target a big group based on what they like and what they do, man, they gonna do that. That's what I've been seeing. Oh, okay. Gang stalking, simulation. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I might have to check that video out. Um, how are you targeted with a roommate? Your roommate has to be targeted as well, or they are part of your targeting. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that, but in a way, I ain't gonna lie. My roommate, like I said, he's a very harsh person. Half the time, I tell him that I think he's a part of it. I do tell him that. I tell him that. I tell him that a lot. I say, yeah, I think you're a part of what's happening to me. But on the other hand, I've lived with him for a while, and like I've never really thrown up or gotten sick from anything that's like been in the house while he was here. So that's why it's kind of like, I feel like that's a big part of it. Like they would definitely if he talking to me, I don't think he's targeting me to kill me like through food and poisoning and drinks like that because I never had a problem with that. And I asked him like, "Did you put something in my drink or anything like that?" But I know people who are married that they get in an argument. We're not, but and they be like, "Oh, I made you your favorite pie," and they'll be like, "Are you sure I can eat it?" I mean, because that's just how people are. You can't really, what I'm saying. That's just a natural feeling. But if you want to know if my roommate is targeted, he probably might be a little bit targeted. Cause I noticed like after he goes out to eat, he's always taking like wild shits and stuff like that. And I'll be trying to tell him, man, them people know you because somebody probably telling them and they know, what I'm saying? Like I said, I noticed that he be taking wild shits after he come back home from eating. He'd be like, yeah, he'd be and I think they follow his vehicle sometimes as well because we share that vehicle. So yeah, I think he is a little bit, but he doesn't really believe in it too much. But one time he did eat something and he had a bad reaction and he called the people and told them, and I told him to call them and call the FDA also and shit. Like, um, yeah, so I believe he is a little bit, but he be acting like he targeting me sometimes the way he be pressuring me and treating me sometimes. But he do be seeming like somebody doing something to him the way he come home after eating out and he be taking them shits. And I'm just being real how I'm talking. I know that's not that proper, but yeah. So that should have answered your question. Now, when I cook for him and I cook meals, he does not get sick. As long as I've lived with him and I have cooked for him, he has never gotten sick. He's never taken a wild shit. He's never like thrown up from me cooking for him. And that's probably why he treats me like crap when I don't cook. But yeah, so that should have answered your question. But I don't think he's not targeted to the degree that I am. Yeah, he's not targeted to the degree that I am. And I think that the game stalkers kind of like him a little bit because fucking bug. Because he be treating me crazy sometimes. And yeah. Oh, that's funny. So, I guess they, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, they got rid of that they got rid of that message. But I don't necessarily think that because you live in a household that everybody has to be targeted. I don't really believe that. But I do understand your point. But at this point in my life, I don't really 100% believe that necessarily. I believe that, because there's this movie about this girl, people was harassing her and shit. Nothing was happening to her husband and, or whoever she was living with. I don't know. It was a movie like with a bunch of bees, like bees. It had something to do with bees and pots and pottery, from what I can remember. And like she kept weird stuff kept happening around the house, and some I wish I could remember the movie, but she kept telling the dude that she lived with all this stuff that was going on, and he was like, you're crazy. I don't know what's wrong with you. None of that's happening to you. Blah 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 blah. And it was like stuff that she thought he could clearly be able to see and put together, but he wasn't doing it, and he wasn't being targeted. So that's why he didn't believe her because he wasn't being targeted. And so you can live with people who aren't being targeted. And he wasn't targeting her either. He wasn't a part of her targeting either. But this person was trying to break them up or whatever and make her look crazy to him, probably. So they weren't targeting him. That would have probably ruined the plan. And him being a vulnerable person who doesn't really believe in a lot of things, they was able to get away with it for a while. And he only found out at the last minute, and it was basically too late. He should have acknowledged, and he should have believed the girl. But in the movie, he finally, you know, believed her. But like I said, it was kind of too late at that point. So yeah, you can live with somebody and them not being targeted. They just try to make you look like the crazy person, and The people on the outside are trying to make you look crazy to this person. They can't do anything to this person because they don't want this person to see what's happening. Because, like, oh, yeah, that's happening to me too. So they just try to cause problems by just messing with this one and having this one report it to this one and this one saying, oh, nothing's happening to you. Why are you being like this? Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's very possible. It's like, any other weird movie. Y'all seen them weird movies where people are trying to tell people something is happening and then they don't find out until the person that's attacking them is in their face and it's like too late? That's one thing that I've learned. I've learned to listen to people from what I've experienced with my best friend. I've learned some of the things I thought about that he was teaching me and showing me. I've learned to listen to people when they be saying stuff that's like real to protect you. Like sometimes you don't realize it, but yeah, anybody that loves you is not gonna tell you something that protects you and that doesn't harm you, and you just thinking they're being extra. Like, oh, you being extra. You know what I'm saying? But they're protecting you, so you should really listen to them, and you know what I'm saying. Um, Yeah, so I'm really just on here breathing for the most part. But yeah, to answer everybody, I do not do drugs. I don't have a desire to smoke weed. I smell the weed that's been around and I've read documentaries on weed and I've kind of studied weed for a minute. And yeah, right now it's kind of a corrupt time to even be thinking about weed. It's not the same. People are using it to, profit, make money, and whatever they're using is all. To me, it's kind of authentic, not authentic. It's kind of ingenuine. I don't know, fake, not really real. Like, and I don't really get the point of it. It's just like people do too much. It's like when something is good, it's like they feel like they gotta invent 100 damn things off of that. It's just a way to make money, to get people interested in it, and it's just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. It's not cool. It's too fake. Like you could just have places where people smoke weed and buy good decent weed that's planted from the ground, not spraying and putting different shit on it and breeding different things. Everybody's probably weed is different anyway, even if they all grow it. It's something unique about each one. None is going to be the exact same, but it should just still be original with like the original seeds and no additives and shit like that. That's just how I see it. Maybe some could be weaker, some may take longer to mature, but without like manipulating it and stuff like that. So I don't believe in all that dirty weed and shit. That shit crazy. And if you've been reading the news and following those stories, like those people been going to the hospital. They said they had to build a whole hospital unit for people who was smoking that shit. And then with the other shit that's going on, that's a bad mixture. You know what I'm saying? Just to like with the other stuff that's going on, people getting stimulus checks and shit for that, and then adding that with it, that don't sound like a good idea. Like I wouldn't do that. That's too much. That's crazy. You better leave that alone. Sometimes you just gotta say, Anyway, so I'm just going on and ranting. Apparently, I've gotten just a little too comfortable on here. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. No, I don't smoke weed. I can pass a drug test, whatever. Pay me if you don't believe it, because I'll be making money off of you not believing it. And I would love for them to start doing drug tests because I think that would help me get to the top of the ladder because I don't do drugs. And I don't recommend people smoking weed right now because a lot of it's smelling artificial. There's documentaries on it being artificial, but it's based on, for some reason, people saying that people actually like the artificial fake shit, and that it also smells like ammonia. So why the fuck would I smoke ammonia? Ammonia is a cleaning product and some type of chemical they use for other shit. It's not supposed to be consumed, but it smells just like ammonia to me because I know somebody who used to clean floors with it, and I was like, "Ew, what is that smell?" And it smells like that. And they've been bringing it in by a boatload because I've been driving the vehicle around, and I've been smelling that smell. Like people are bringing that shit in by the pounds. They're bringing it in. It's so nasty. Like if you was a police, you could literally get behind the vehicle and smell it and track that damn car. That's how loud and nasty that shit been smelling. Everybody's smoking it. Um, Really not everybody, but the people that I do notice smoking it, they're very much like kind of demonized. They're a lot of them are kind of gang stalkerish, or they are gang stalkers, and they also have like problems. Like they don't make sense. They got like mood swings from nothing, and they seem to be very imbalanced and like angry fits and outbursts for no reason. It's not that somebody's doing something to them. It's like it's just not balanced. Like if somebody's mean and then somebody's nice, if somebody's mean and somebody's nice. I understand if you're like mean and nice back, but they're just like imbalanced regardless. And any little thing they're like overly triggered, and it's like it ain't no PTSD, nigga. It's that whatever the fuck you smoking, it's making you act weird. And I also don't like to hang out with people that do it too, like because I notice people like I said, they be acting weird and something ain't right about them. Apparently, I like this subject, but yeah, and like if I do go to a dispensary, I probably will just piss everybody off because I will be smelling it, I'll be looking at it, I'll be probably wear definitely wear gloves, breaking it down to see if there's seeds, what type of seeds it's in it. Like I would probably disturb people because I would probably end up de-promoting their shit because of saying like, oh, this shit ain't real. Or oh, why does shit smell like this? Or oh, what is that? Why did that? So excuse me, I'm not promoting it. Like I said, I feel like it's a bad time. I feel like people want to make money off of it, but it's harming people, and it's just too much. I feel bad for you if you're smoking that crap. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.